The Mandela Effect. Imagine this. It's a phenomenon that has puzzled many and sparked countless debates. You vividly remember Nelson Mandela dying in prison in the 1980s. This memory is so clear, it feels like a fact. You recall news footage, mourning and global tributes. The world seemed to grieve his loss collectively. But then, Mandela is freed in 1990. This moment of liberation is equally vivid. He even serves as the president of South Africa. Shocking, right? It's almost as if history rewrote itself. This is the Mandela Effect, a curious phenomenon where large groups of people misremember shared events or cultural details. It's not just a simple mistake, it's a widespread, collective memory error. It's as if we've shifted into a parallel universe with subtle differences. These differences are small but significant enough to cause confusion. Or perhaps our memories aren't as reliable as we think. The human brain is complex and sometimes it can play tricks on us. The Mandela Effect is named after this precise example. It's a term that has come to represent these strange, collective memory discrepancies. Many people share this incorrect memory of Mandela's death. It's a shared experience that unites people in their confusion. This collective misremembering extends to pop culture too. It's not just historical events that are affected. Think back to the Berenstain Bears books. These beloved children's books are another example. Do you remember Berenstain Bears? Many people do, even though it's always been Berenstain. This small change in spelling has caused widespread confusion and debate. It's a perfect example of the Mandela Effect in action. These instances, while puzzling, offer a glimpse into the fallibility of human memory. They remind us that our minds are not perfect, and that our memories can be influenced by various factors. Have you ever experienced the Mandela Effect? Share your story in the comments below. Our brains aren't video recorders, perfectly capturing and replaying every detail. Instead, memory is reconstructive, piecing together fragments of information. We remember key fragments of events, often the most striking or emotionally charged moments. Our brains then fill in the gaps with assumptions, perceptions, and even our current knowledge, creating a coherent story. Like a game of telephone, each retelling can introduce subtle changes, altering the original memory. Over time, these alterations become our ingrained memories, even if they deviate significantly from the original event. Imagine witnessing a car accident. The scene might be chaotic and overwhelming. You might clearly recall the color of the cars involved, especially if they were bright or unusual, but you might struggle to recall the driver's clothing or other minor details. Our brains prioritize certain details over others, often based on what we deem important or relevant at the time. Later, when recalling the event, we might unknowingly invent details about the driver's attire or other aspects. This isn't intentional deception. It's our brains trying to create a complete narrative, filling in the blanks to make sense of the world around us. Sometimes our brains take this reconstruction a step further. Confabulation is the creation of false memories without the intent to deceive. This often occurs when we have gaps in our recollection. Our brains try to bridge these gaps with plausible yet fabricated information. This phenomenon highlights the subjective nature of memory. Suggestibility adds another layer of complexity. We are susceptible to incorporating external information into our memories. Leading questions, social pressure, or even exposure to misinformation can alter our recollections. This is particularly relevant in eyewitness testimonies, where even slight suggestions can influence what people remember. A compelling example of suggestibility is the Shazam phenomenon. Many people vividly recall a 1990s movie starring comedian Sinbad as a genie. However, no such film exists. The likely culprit? Sinbad starred in several movies during that era with similar themes. Over time, these memories might have merged, creating a false but compelling recollection. This example underscores the power of suggestion. The mere mention of a Sinbad genie movie can trigger a cascade of false memories. Our brains latch onto familiar elements, weaving them into a seemingly coherent narrative. This phenomenon highlights the importance of critical thinking and questioning the validity of our memories, especially those that feel particularly vivid. Section 5. Mental shortcuts. Our brains taking the easy way out. Our brains are constantly bombarded with information. To cope with this overload, we've developed mental shortcuts called heuristics. These shortcuts simplify decision-making and problem-solving. While efficient, heuristics can lead to cognitive biases and errors in judgment. For instance, the availability heuristic makes us overestimate the likelihood of events that are easily recalled. If we see several news reports about shark attacks, we might overestimate the danger of swimming in the ocean. While shark attacks are tragic, they are statistically rare. Yet, their vividness makes them readily available in our minds, influencing our perception of risk. Section 6. The Monopoly Man's Monocle. Familiarity breeds false memories. Familiarity plays a significant role in shaping our memories. We tend to remember things that align with our existing knowledge and expectations. This can lead to a phenomenon known as source monitoring errors. We might correctly remember a piece of information but misattribute its source. A classic example is the misconception that the Monopoly man wears a monocle. He doesn't. Yet, the association of wealth and monocles is so ingrained that many people falsely remember this detail. This illustrates how our brains fill in gaps with information that feels right, even if it's inaccurate. Section 7. The Berenstain Conundrum, a collective memory glitch, the Berenstain Bears vs. Berenstain Bears debate is perhaps the most widely discussed example of the Mandela Effect. Countless individuals distinctly remember the children's book series as Berenstain, complete with vivid memories of the logo and the name's pronunciation. However, the books have always been Berenstain. This discrepancy has fueled countless theories, from parallel universes to mass government conspiracies. While intriguing, the most plausible explanation lies in the fallibility of human memory, amplified by social reinforcement. The name Berenstain simply follows a more common spelling and phonetic pattern in the English language. This familiarity, coupled with the widespread discussion surrounding the Mandela Effect, likely reinforces the false memory. Section 8. The Power of Shared Experiences, Reinforcing False Memories. The internet and social media have amplified the Mandela Effect. Online platforms allow individuals to discover and share their memory glitches, creating a sense of collective validation. This shared experience can solidify false memories, making them even more resistant to correction. When we encounter others who share our misremembered experiences, it reinforces our belief in the validity of our own memories. This is particularly true for emotionally charged or culturally significant events. The desire for connection and belonging can outweigh the need for factual accuracy. Section 9. The Importance of Critical Thinking, Questioning Our Memories. The Mandela Effect serves as a potent reminder of the subjective and malleable nature of human memory. It underscores the importance of critical thinking and healthy skepticism, even when it comes to our own recollections. We should approach our memories with a degree of humility, acknowledging that they are not infallible records of the past. Engaging in open-minded discussion, considering alternative perspectives, and verifying information from reliable sources are essential steps in navigating the complexities of memory and perception. The Mandela Effect, while perplexing, offers a unique opportunity to explore the intricacies of the human mind and our shared reality. Section 10. The Mandela Effect and Our Place in the Universe. The vastness of the cosmos dwarfs our everyday concerns. Yet, the Mandela Effect, in its own peculiar way, reminds us of the vast potential for mystery and uncertainty that exists, even within the confines of our own minds. It challenges our assumptions about the nature of reality and the reliability of our own perceptions. Perhaps the Mandela Effect is a gentle nudge from the universe, urging us to remain curious, to question our assumptions, and to embrace the unknown. In a world often defined by absolutes, the Mandela Effect reminds us that reality, like memory, can be fluid, subjective, and open to interpretation. Section 11. Conclusion. Embracing the imperfect beauty of human memory. The Mandela Effect, while often framed as a collection of bizarre memory glitches, reveals a fundamental truth about the human experience. Our memories are not perfect recordings of the past. They are more like stories we tell ourselves, constantly evolving with each retelling. They are fluid, dynamic constructs, shaped by our experiences, biases, and the intricate workings of our brains. Every memory is a blend of fact and interpretation, colored by our emotions and perceptions. Instead of lamenting the fallibility of memory, we can choose to embrace its imperfect beauty. These imperfections make our memories uniquely ours, adding depth and texture to our personal narratives. Our memories, with all their quirks and inconsistencies, are a testament to the richness and complexity of the human experience. They remind us that life is not just a series of events, but a collection of moments filled with meaning. They are the threads that weave together the tapestry of our lives, connecting us to our past, shaping our present, and guiding us towards the unknown horizons of the future. Embracing this imperfect beauty allows us to appreciate the journey of life in all its multifaceted glory. If you enjoyed this exploration of memory, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and activate the bell to receive all our latest content. Thank you for watching, or